I told you to knock. Next time you walk... Joey, I thought you were Nick.
Siobhan's back.
Excellent. I'd like to hear all about it. I'll have Nick hold my calls.
He's not out there. I can't stay long. She's asleep, and I promised I'd be there when she wakes up.
Oh, of course. Is she feeling...
She's feeling bad.
I'm sorry. You did have the doctor look her over.
I called you from the hospital, didn't I? The emergency room.
Joey, sit. Talk. Now the crisis is over and you get upset. I'm the same way myself. Please.
She's hurt. She's cut and bruised and terrified. She almost suffocated. She was nearly killed. Siobhan, my wife, she could be dead, and I hold you responsible.
I'm told you specialize in missing persons.
That's right.
Does that mean 50% of your cases, 75%?
Roughly. But my record of success is closer to 100%.
So I've been told. What's your fee? I want to do business, Mr. Bauer. Let's settle this quickly.
My fee is very high, Mrs. Woodard. I don't work alone. I have a staff and so forth. In fact, our caseload is so heavy, I don't think
Double your fee. Twice your usual money for twice your usual amount of care and discretion, and we have a deal.
Who will I be finding for you?
For the fire.
I know you want me.
The intensity.
This conversation's over.
The venom.
You stay out of this!
Go the distance with SoapNet's One Life to Live marathon and all 5 of this week's episodes for the con artists.
It's absolutely medieval. What's he have on you?
The saviors.
He's using you. You gotta know that.
The snakes.
You need to let this go, my friend.
Go the distance. SoapNet's One Life to Live marathon. Today starting at 7 on SoapNet. Their world is picture perfect.
I made it just the way you like it.
Their lives are anything but.
I want you and your daughter gone.
If this family is screwed up, it's because of you.
Think the kids in the OC are the only ones with issues?
Mom.
Meet the parents. Pretty people, pretty messed up. Watch the OC. Weekdays at 6, only on SoapNet.
Soy Joy blog, March 4th.
Let's talk about food, my favorite subject. 3 really simple rules, okay? 1, it's gotta taste good. 2, it has to be good for my body. 3, if you can't pronounce it, don't eat it.
Introducing all-natural Soy Joy. Whole soy, dried fruit, and a great home-baked taste. Visit soyjoy.com. Real is revolutionary.
Introducing the Good Life recipe. 6 key ingredient groups blended for the taste cats crave, without the artificial additives they don't.
You know, it says here, Renews It Super Odor Neutralizer eliminates the toughest odors out there. Tobacco smoke, bathroom, and pet odors. Well, that's perfect for our house.
Best thing about Renews It, unlike other brands, is it actually cages odors in your air, fabric, and carpet and eliminates them instead of simply masking them, leaving a scent that's fresh and inviting. Renews It Super Odor Neutralizer, the ultimate odor eliminator.
You love your pet. You don't have to love his hair.
A bounce sheet in the dryer helps repel unwanted pet hair throughout the day. Add a bounce sheet to your dryer and add some bounce to your day. See the amazing results at bounceeverywhere.com.
You'll be finding two people, my daughter and my granddaughter. Fortunately, they travel as a unit.
All right.
Kimberly is 20 years old, and her daughter, Arlie, is 2 months.
Last name?
Bolak. She's married to Dr. Seneca Bolak. A divorce is underway. His address
She ran away from him?
He's demanding custody of the child. She ran away from that.
I see. And she left without contacting you? When?
Sometime yesterday. Seneca had taken the baby from her, and somehow she managed to get her out of his apartment. I didn't know anything about it. When I heard, naturally, I assumed that she would come here. I waited. Then I called you.
But she's likely to come to you. Then it could still happen. She'll probably get word to you as soon as she makes a stop somewhere.
I don't know what she's likely to do in her present state of panic. She's terrified that Dr. Bolak may take over with the child. She's also afraid that I might take over with the child. She won't be contacting me. There's a letter here. Suddenly, she has to be completely independent. Shoulder all the responsibilities for herself and for an infant, and it's absolutely ridiculous given her history. She's an adolescent emotionally. I wish Kim could manage her own life, but she hasn't the faintest idea how.
How was this delivered?
By hand, an elevator man gave it to Dr. Bolak.
She took $22,000 along with her.
Yes, she withdrew it from their joint account.
She managed to do that somehow. She says in the letter that she'll send a monthly report on the child. Do you think she will?
As far as I'm concerned, in a month's time, she could be in Timbuktu with a new identity. I have no intention of waiting for any reports.
But if she sent a letter, it would have a postmark on it. There'd be a hell of a good...
Mr. Bauer, she has got to be found now. All the money in the world is not going to equip Kim to handle herself, let alone a baby. She gets hysterical, and when she gets hysterical, she makes bad decisions, dangerous decisions. She needs somebody steady right there with her. If she doesn't have it, I don't know what she's going to do, and I have no intention of finding out. I want both of them home, here, safe with me. And my lawyer has worked out a way whereby I can share custody with Kim. When that happens, we can all relax. In the meantime...
She could bolt easily.
New York today, and who knows where tomorrow. And if she suspects that you are on her trail, she could make good the threat in that letter. She could just disappear completely.
I'll do my very best to avoid that.
I don't want your very best. I want your guarantee that she won't know. No warning. No chance to just slip away.
Mrs. Woodard, if you hire me, you have to trust me to know my business.
Please move quickly. There's a bonus for you if they're back by the end of the week. Here's some photographs of Kim. She's an actress, so we have a great many of them. Now, is there anything else I can tell you?
Name of the bank with the joint account, who she dealt with there, who she saw, what she said when she took the baby from her husband's place, and the name of the elevator man that you mentioned.
Well, I don't know any of that. You'd have to ask Dr. Bolak.
Where would I find him?
Right now at Riverside Hospital. He's head of neurology there.
Good enough.
Mr. Bauer, he won't cooperate with you. He's decided to do exactly as Kim wants, not to try to find her, to wait for those reports, and just to hope that she comes to her senses.
That's one approach. Do you mind if I talk to him anyway?
Not in the least. He has information you need. Go after it.
Doctor, that woman's here again.
Well, I was just talking about you.
Me?
Well, not you, Barbara Wilde. You, Maggie Blackburn, you are about to have a fascinating aneurysm.
Oh, I love it. Should I sit down for the bad news?
Oh, please, please. I've got notes, pictures, the works. The audience is going to stay glued to their sets.
I hope so.
Yes, doctor.
Yes, Dorothy, Dr. Peterson's going to be sending up a set of x-rays. Would you bring them in as soon as they're delivered, please?
Certainly.
Thank you.
Maggie's not about to get sick or anything.
Could be.
Oh, no. Nothing serious.
Tune in tomorrow, Dorothy.
Well, I better get those x-rays myself. They're so slow down there. It's no trouble.
Well, if you're sure you don't mind.
Not a bit.
It's amazing. She hates playing messenger. She'll walk miles to avoid the charge nurse at X-ray, and she actually volunteered.
She cares about Maggie Blackburn.
It must be quite an experience to inspire that kind of caring.
I wish our audience was full of Dorothys, millions of them.
Isn't it?
Not lately. Not according to the ratings. The show's in trouble. And of course that means I'm in trouble too.
What's going on? Can't you talk about it?
It's no state secret. The ratings have been dropping steadily for quite a while now, and nobody knows why. I mean, if they could pinpoint it, they could fix it. So they try all these random changes, nothing works. New time slot, new story. Next it'll be new characters.
They wouldn't touch your character.
It's not beyond the realm of possibility.
No, I don't believe that.
Believe it. Oh, sure. I've been on the show for 22 years. 22 years. I put my whole career into Maggie. But that was my decision. I chose to make that commitment. But business is business. But let me just study her aneurysm, and then I will play it really well, and maybe I can turn things around for the whole show.
A lot depends on this performance, huh?
Rumors are we could be canceled. Enough of my tragedy. We haven't even begun with Maggie's. May I use some of these books for reference?
Yes, of course. Come in, Dorothy.
Dr. Bolak?
I have a patient. Please see my secretary.
Sorry. Mrs. Woodard sent me. I'll wait outside.
You're a private detective?
Yes. When you're free, I'll be out in your waiting room.
Mr. Bauer, please state your business.
Excuse
No,
me,
you stay.
Seneca.
You stay.
Mrs. Woodard's hired me to find her daughter and granddaughter. I have a few questions I'd like to ask at your convenience.
No.
It would simplify my job if
You have no job. My wife has written a letter stipulating certain conditions. Her mother has agreed to them, so have I. A private detective has been ruled out.
I read the letter. I'll take every precaution.
You'll do nothing. Now, Ray Woodard has no jurisdiction over my wife or my daughter. She has no legal rights in this matter. She stays out of it, and so do you.
I've accepted the case, Doctor.
I'm telling you, there is no case. Now, you go back to your office and you wait for a call from Ray Woodard. I'm sure you'll be handsomely compensated for your time.
I have instructions to...
Forget him! No more arguments, Mr. Bauer. You don't want to do battle with me.
I don't want to be threatened.
I'm stating a simple fact. My daughter is safe as long as her mother is calm. I intend to preserve that calm, no matter what. Now, you go back to your office, you wait. You should receive a call within the hour. I'm sorry you had to be subjected to that.
I was fine. I was just listening. Boy, you really are something when you take command.
Yeah, well, I'm not so sure I took command of him.
Well, I am. I am positive.
Listen, I have to go talk with Ray Woodard. We had a deal, and she broke it. That's not going to happen again. Would you mind if we postponed our consultation?
Oh, no, not at all. I'll just wait here until Dorothy brings the x-rays. I'll study them at home, and any questions I have, I'll ask you before taping tomorrow. You will be able to come to studio.
Oh, sure. I wouldn't miss seeing Maggie in intensive care.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Listen, good luck.
Yeah, I'm I'm furious about this. Well, I'll go tell it to Ray.
This June on SoapNet.
Sneaky little bitch.
The drama is hot.
She's crazy. She could do anything.
Greenlee wreaks havoc in Pine Valley.
Mum's the word.
Has she come back to old friends or new enemies?
You suck.
Watch All My Children all June long on SoapNet. SoapNet means all new drama in prime time. 5 hours a night. 5 fresh episodes. 5 nights a week. It all starts at 7 with Days of Our Lives. All My Children at 8. One Life to Live at 9. General Hospital at 10. And The Young and the Restless at 11. 5 great hours of drama, fresh every weeknight, and not one repeat. The SoapNet primetime lineup. Every weeknight starting at 7, only on SoapNet.
Hey, here he comes again. Ooh, gross. Yuck.
Introducing Windex Antibacterial. Now get a streak-free shine and kill 99.9% of harmful bacteria on contact without leaving a streaky residue like the leading antibacterial cleaner.
I hope she bought the refill.
New Windex Antibacterial. Kill bacteria with a shine.
S.C. Johnson, a family company.
Discover Febreze Allergen Reducer and the joy of having less. It reduces up to 75% of airborne allergens from dust mites and pollen that come from fabrics and eliminates odors, which is going to make some people happy. Very happy. Febreze Allergen Reducer. It's that fresh.
Isn't cash in hand better than jewelry gathering dust? Have your jewelry valued and sold for cash right now. Things We Buy will purchase diamonds, watches, and jewelry. Diamonds in all shapes and sizes. Your watches could be worth thousands. Things We Buy pay their top price in cash for your jewelry today. Sell direct to Things We Buy and do something useful with the cash. Things We Buy offers free online appraisals. Call the number on your screen or visit thingswebuy.com to discover the value of your jewelry, watches, and diamonds.
Things We Buy has been in business for over 17 years. I was very comfortable selling my items to such a reputable company.
Things We Buy will send you an insured and secure safe pack and a helpful booklet about valuing your items. Things We Buy maintains the security of your items by using digital video computer tracking. This is your opportunity to turn all your jewelry, watches, and diamonds into cash today at Things We Buy. Call the number on your screen or visit thingswebuy.com.
Moving day is here, the most dreaded of days. Packing, unpacking, your mind in a haze. DirecTV knows how stressful moving can be, so we make keeping your entertainment both easy and free. For uninterrupted service of the shows you like best, just leave the dish behind and we'll handle the rest. Simply dial 866 where you move on the phone. Let DirecTV turn your new house into a home.
You said you would find her and she would be safe. She couldn't breathe. Her wrists are raw.
Now wait,
bleeding.
Joey.
I waited all night. I waited because you wanted me to wait. Until I was ready to do what you wanted me to do. And then when I agreed to do it, you assured me she'd be safe. Now you know what my uncle would do.
I think the first thing that he would do was try to calm you down enough to tell me a straight story. I had no idea of these injuries. No idea. Pour yourself some wine.
No.
Then I will pour it for you. Exactly what is Siobhan's condition? Is she in the hospital?
They wanted to keep her, but she was too scared. She needed to be home.
And these cuts and bruises?
Somebody knocked her cold before they dumped her into that trunk. She fought to get out, tied up and gagged. There's no reason that had to happen. Nothing I have done should have made that happen.
You're right.
I mean it.
It's all right. It's all right, Nick.
Don't even think it.
Leave him. Joey has had a shock.
I didn't know he was in here. I went down the hall a minute. He must have slipped.
Everything is fine. Wait outside. Outside. I'll call if I need you.
Right.
You must forgive Nick. He tends to act before he thinks.
All your people act on orders.
Well, they are supposed to, but we must allow for human error sometimes. Are you sure the car trunk was closed?
She is alive only because of an air leak.
Thank God for that. Yes, I truly thank God. Now, tell me from the beginning, Joey. What happened exactly? It was an accident, a terrible mistake. We must try to understand these mistakes so that they will not be repeated.
Siobhan was on her way home. She heard a woman scream. She saw her being forced into a car. That's what it looked like, anyway. She yelled at them to stop. The woman came running at her. The man followed. He hit Siobhan hard. She came to, gagged, her hands and feet tied, jammed into the trunk of a car.
Which was closed?
At first it was open a crack, then it slammed shut.
Ah, and it wasn't locked?
Why lock it? She was helpless in there. She couldn't do anything except kick into a few inches and yell into her gag, try to get her hands freed. Her wrists are...
And shortly after you came to me, she was found?
Yes, not quite dead.
Well, obviously, the trunk was supposed to remain open. Perhaps in her...
My wife nearly suffocated. That's what matters, and that's where I hold you responsible.
I accept responsibility. I accept the responsibility. Accidents should not happen to people under my protection. Joey, I make a pledge to you. You and your loved ones are in my care. From now on, there will be no accidents. As you have promised me loyalty, I promise you safety. Now you are feeling calmer. Perhaps we can move on to another matter.
I've said all I came to say. I'm going to be with Siobhan.
Joey, wait. This, one good thing has happened because of this trouble. You are prepared to take on the drug operation. I am very grateful. And I know Tiso is too. He would be very grateful. How long will it take you to begin?
I will move slowly. Have to evaluate, check the books, the people, everything.
Very wise. And that will take perhaps a week?
Longer than that.
Much longer?
I don't know. I can't do anything until Siobhan is back on her feet. She comes first.
I will wait to hear from you then. I hope it will be soon.
As soon as I'm ready.
This week's One Life is next. Then, jealousy turns ugly on this week's General Hospital. Later, catch 90210 on SoapNet. For the fire.
I know you want me.
Go the distance with SoapNet's One Life to Live marathon. And all 5 of this week's episodes. Stay on track, start to finish. The One Life to Live marathon. Next on SoapNet. No matter what the course, life follows its own road.
A single rose for a single love.
It twists and turns.
What caused this change of heart?
And just when you think you know where you're headed,
what angle are you playing?
you hit a roadblock. Or even a dead end.
We cannot risk it.
Where will it all lead?
Divide and conquer.
That is what this is all about.
Find out. Come along for the ride. The Young and the Restless. Weeknights at 11 on SoapNet.
Looking for excitement but don't know where to turn?
Go fish.
The kids from 90210 know where to find it.
We don't even need a TV. We have Days of Our Lives right here.
Actually, a little more like Young and the Restless.
Watch 90210 Days and Y&R here on SoapNet.
It could all start with your pet and just one flea. Before you know it, one becomes 2, then 10, then hundreds, even thousands, infesting not only your pet, but also your carpet, your bed, even you. To protect your pet and home from fleas, ask for Frontline Plus. Just one dose kills fleas and ticks fast. It's the one that's waterproof, and it lasts all month long. Don't let one flea become a big problem. Ask for the brand that vets and pets count on most. For dogs and cats, it's the vet's #1 choice, Frontline Plus.
You know, it says here, Renews It Super Odor Neutralizer eliminates the toughest odors out there. Tobacco smoke, bathroom, and pet odors. Well, that's perfect for our house.
Best thing about Renews It, unlike other brands, is it actually cages odors in your air, fabric, and carpet and eliminates them instead of simply masking them, leaving a scent that's fresh and inviting. Renews It Super Odor Neutralizer, the ultimate odor eliminator.
Call off the detective.
Well, hello, Seneca. Would you like to come in?
Call him off. Right now. He's waiting for your call. I want to hear you talk to him.
I take it you've talked to Mr. Bauer.
You lied to me. You agreed
I
that you
thought
would...
better of the agreement, Seneca. I'm worried about Kim and I'm worried about Arlie. They've got to be found and Bauer can do it.
She will run. She will disappear with the baby forever. And maybe that's fine with you, but I have other plans for my daughter.
Oh, don't be a fool, Seneca. She won't even know he's on her trail until he's got her.
I'm not going to risk it, and neither are you. I will not permit it. Now, you go to the phone and you cancel that deal.
I don't take orders from anyone, Seneca. Particularly not from you.
Well, you're about to make an exception, lady.
Oh, you think so?
Ray, I am perfectly capable of making you a stranger to my child. She won't know you, you won't know her. I will get custody. I will take her away. I will move mountains. I will do whatever is necessary without a hesitation. Do not underestimate me.
I am not going to even dignify that with a reply. Kindly get out of here.
After you speak to Bauer.
I told you I was not...
Do it! Now, if I have to hold the phone and make your fingers dial the number, you will get rid of that man.
My. Kim always said you could terrify her. I never really believed her. It's interesting to see this side of you, Seneca. And if you're not out of here, after I hang up, I will call the police.
You tell Bauer that we've decided to wait until Kim gets in touch. When she needs us, which I imagine will be pretty soon, she'll let us know where she is.
Hello, Mr. Bauer, please. It's Mrs. Woodard calling. I see. Well, will you tell him that I won't be needing his services after all? And he can bill me. Yes, that's right. Thank you.
Good.
Leave. Hello, yes. This is Mrs. Woodard again. Please ignore that last message I just left. That's right, Mr. Bauer is still on the case. And please tell him that I want to talk to him as soon as possible. He's to call me immediately. That's right. Right.
Morty was careless. I'm not pleased with his work. Take care of it.
Right.
As for Joey, watch him. He says he'll evaluate the drug operation. Keep track, so I can be sure he's making a genuine effort.
I'm
Chandra Wilson.
And I'm Ty Treadway.
Join us on the red carpet when we host SoapNet live from the Daytime Emmys.
Friday, June 15th at 7 p.m. Only on SoapNet.